Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. I think today is Monday. Y'all already know. What up, Tony? Y'all already know. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about, what's up, bro? You teaching about business credit. Derek, what up? We talking a little bit about all of that. I will be taking your questions. But the biggest thing is, I want to know, are we financially undisciplined? Are we financially undisciplined? Because I could talk about business credit all day. But if you are not disciplined financially, it doesn't even matter. You can get 100,000 worth of business credit. You can get 50,000 worth of business credit. It doesn't even matter. I get people that reach out to me all the time wanting to know everything about business credit. And then when I ask them, what are you going to put it towards? They don't know. Or if they do know, they don't have a plan. So I need to know, are we financially undisciplined? I want to know where you guys are chiming in from. Put your city, your name, your business name. Let's shout it out. Are you financially undisciplined? If I gave you if I wrote you a check today for $100,000, and I'm looking at three different screens. We got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got TikTok. Yes, we are. We don't know how to spend money or save. Brian, I appreciate you being honest. I appreciate you being honest. We got Chicago in the house. I think that's my brother John out there getting it, man. John, I'm very proud of you, man. Just me knowing your story and your journey. And I'll be tapping in with your lives, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man. Are we financially undisciplined? See, this is a conversation a lot of people don't like to have. Unfortunately, a lot of the neighborhoods that some of us come from, we don't like to talk about money. We don't like to talk about accountability. We don't like to talk about responsibility. All we want to talk about is getting the bag. But then when we get the bag, we fumble it. Everybody wants to jump into real estate. The last 7 people I've talked to that has invested in real estate, they're all jammed up right now. Everybody got all of this money. Thank you, Brandy, for the badge. Is that the Brandy I think it is? Thank you, Brandy, for the badges. Are we financially undisciplined? And I'm going to let you guys answer that for yourselves. I can't answer that for you. Only you know your situation. Only you know, no matter how many bags you post online, how many pair of designer shoes people see you rocking, no matter what your car look like, no matter how many trips you're on, no matter how many concerts you're at the end of the night, only you know your financial situation. Are you financially undisciplined? We're going to talk about that today. And I got y'all know me. I bring stats. I don't just come and bring hearsay. I bring stats. I bring numbers. I bring data. See, you can't make decisions in life without data. I'm going to help you make some decisions because I'm going to give you data. We got Milwaukee in the building. I will be in Milwaukee March 25th. Make sure that you are registered for the event with myself, Chad C-Note Roper, Grammy Award winning Chad C-Note Roper, may I say, along with Amplifier. It is a free event. I will have my bank partners in the building in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Last event I did in Milwaukee, my banks was just giving money away. So y'all definitely want to make sure that you are at this event, and it's free. Look, I don't know what else I can do for y'all. Myself and my team, we putting up our own money for a lot of these events, y'all. No big corporate sponsors. Like, we've been putting up our own money. Y'all have to show up. You guys have to show up. Are you financially undisciplined? See, I don't come on here and I don't gossip. I'm not talking about so-and-so. I'm not giving out bullshit relationship advice that y'all know. Y'all hear the podcast going on. Y'all hear the YouTube pages. Y'all are on people's Instagrams and TikToks. We start talking about some real life shit, some money. Oh, people start logging off. People start blocking me. People get offended when you start talking about some real stuff, and that is their own personal finances. Like I say, only you can answer. Are you personally, economically undisciplined? Look, I can't save you if you aren't willing to face this information head on. Because statistically, from what I'm reading, a lot of people are economically undisciplined. Debt has increased significantly. Are you economically undisciplined? I need you guys to share this information. Share these lives. What up, Daytone? What up, King? My good friend and brother will tell you, lottery pick for the NFL draft will tell you how many athletes are financially undisciplined. So can you imagine someone who is getting a contract for hundreds of millions of dollars who's financially undisciplined, all the way down to someone who's making the average medium household income, which is about $79,000 for the household in 2023. Is your finances, are you financially undisciplined? Again, only you can answer that. I cannot answer that for you. All I can do is give you the data so you can make an informed decision. I need you guys to share this on TikTok. I need y'all to get these. I need y'all to share this on TikTok. I need y'all to share this. Look, I know y'all want some quick business credit tips, but it doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I don't want to come on here and just keep giving y'all credit gems so you can go to the bank and get a bag and then blow it. Because people, y'all blowing the bag. And when I say y'all, not anybody on here specifically, but y'all blowing the bag. Let me explain. I was listening to a video the other day, and it's a very popular podcast. Let me tell y'all the type of information that is getting hundreds of thousands of likes. Okay? I was listening to a very popular podcast, and I heard somebody going there talking about they're about to give away some game that is going to help you get to the bag. Everybody is chasing a bag. Let me share something with you. When you chase money, it will outrun you. You cannot outrun money. When you're chasing money, it will outrun you. Which is why the needle isn't moving for most people. Everybody say all this free information on the internet, but people are in worse financial situations today. The government gave everybody a lot of money, whether it was through stimulus, whether you had a business and can get the EIDL, if you had a business and get the the PPP. If you have a company and you got actual employees, you were able to get the ERC credits. People were able to stop paying rent. People were able to stop paying mortgages. People didn't have to pay student loan debt, and people are in worse financial situations. Why? Because we are financially and economically undisciplined. We're so busy trying to chase a bag that once we finally get it, we don't even know what to do with it. You can ask somebody right now, if you had a check for $100,000, what would you do? And they're going to name the typical stuff. Oh, I'll buy some crypto, some stocks, some real estate. I'll start a trucking company. Like, we name all of the things that people don't even have information on how to manage those things. People are buying real estate just to buy it. Not sure what the background noise is. If you guys hear background noise on YouTube, let me know. It's nothing in my background. People are buying real estate and know nothing about real estate. People are jumping into the trucking industry and don't know you're paying $2,000 a month for insurance on one truck before it even drives off the lot. It may take you 3 months to get your first truck off the lot. People are still continually trying to get into Toro in markets where people aren't even renting cars anymore. Airbnb is dying in a lot of markets. People are jumping into brick and mortar businesses and have no idea on how to run a business. People aren't filing their taxes. I spoke to someone last week who's been flipping houses for the past 3 years and has not filed one tax return. I said, sir, do you know every transaction that the title company records, they know where to find you? Are we financially and economically undisciplined? I might lose some followers today, but that's okay because I don't believe in followers. Because when you're a follower, you're just going with the herd. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to build people who want to be built up. This isn't about followers. This is about data. This is about data. See, the reason people are getting jammed up because they want to follow and follow and follow. No, let's get some information and data so we can make better economic decisions. We're not even financial decisions, economics. Because see, when you hear financial decisions, you think it's just about money. Economics is the study of the money. This is why people are in a bad position, because they know nothing about money. In my 4-step round tree methodology, as I call it, step number 3 is knowing and understanding the cost of money, which most people don't know. But y'all gonna learn today. For those who continue to stay, I need y'all to keep sharing this information. I swear, I think Instagram got me shadow banned, y'all. I'm in Las Vegas and it has broken bad out here. Vegas has the highest unemployment rate. And it was actually higher. It's decreased. It's right around about 4.9%. That's the highest in the nation. But I find it ironic that no matter how bad economically things get, concerts are still sold out. Arenas for basketball games are still sold out. The malls are still packed. Sneakers are selling out. Like, are we economically undisciplined? I need y'all to keep sharing this because I'm gonna go over some data here today. If you would like more information, I need you to text me REI90 to 702-805-3175. 702-805-3175. Let me pin that on my Instagram. Y'all bear with me. I apologize. Are we economically undisciplined? Are we economically undisciplined? All right, let me pin this. So text REI90 to 702-805-3175. 702-805-3175. Look, let me give y'all some numbers here. But first of all, let me go into this. Thank you for the badges on Instagram. Thank you. I need y'all to keep getting them shares up and likes up on TikTok for me, please. See, one of the many things that I'm often sharing when I'm traveling and when I'm working with people and when I'm working one-on-one with clients, which I've decided to no longer, I'm now only working with a select few individuals when it comes to one-on-one coaching. You have to be interviewed for me to work with you one-on-one. And it's a specific reason why. Because see, the thing that we are learning is that when a person invests their last dollar with you, they're putting their entire economic situation in your hands. And here is the downfall to that, y'all. This is for my other entrepreneurs on here who are coaches. Statistically, if someone invests their last few dollars with you to get to the next level, it's going to take even more dollars for implementation. And so people will get upset when you tell them they have to continue to invest in the process. And I don't want to be an individual who they think I've scammed them because they put themselves in a position thinking that them making an investment, a one-time investment, is going to help them leave their 9 to 5. Because usually that's what people are chasing. People are chasing the mirage of what being a successful business person looks like. People don't realize you work harder. People don't realize that you don't make any money in the beginning. People don't realize that your entire beginning of you investing in yourself is you figuring out what works and what does not work. Because I can be great at something and teach you those things, but if you don't execute to the way to where people identify, people know, like, and trust you, it will not work the same. If you're not working on yourself, why would people want to invest money with you? Just signed up with We Management Friday. Welcome to Mobile Barbecue. Looking forward to working with you. And so here's one of the many things that I'm constantly learning is that learning means getting new information or understanding something better. Learning means getting new information or understanding something better. So most people, when they are investing in these, you're getting something because you're chasing what it is that they're selling. Which most people are jumping into things based upon what the individual is selling, not the information. And I'm going to prove it to you. See, people often ask me, Will, what's the difference in your program? What makes your program different? And I've bought in a lot of programs just because I like to see what's out there. And this is one of the many things I can tell you what separates us. For one, we teach a system that you can plug into. Let me explain that to you. See, it's one thing to say, hey, let me show you how to get some business credit. All you need to do is set up an LLC. This is the videos that people want me to post. I refuse to post this type of stuff. This is all you have to do to get some money. Set up an LLC, go to get a DUNS number, get some net 30s, and then you can have bad credit and go out here and get a bunch of credit cards. That's what people want to hear. And people get excited about that because all people heard was bad credit and I can get business credit. That's all people heard. And so you were sold a strategy. You were sold a strategy. But that strategy means nothing if you don't have a system to plug into. This is why a 15-year-old kid can run a McDonald's, because McDonald's sells you a system. It's a system that you can plug into, that you cannot reinvent the wheel. And it's almost impossible to mess up that system unless you just aren't doing what you're supposed to do. And so with my real estate group coaching program, my REI90 program, you're purchasing a system. I'm not just telling you, hey, let me show you how to build a real estate portfolio. All you have to do is go find a property and then buy it, and then you'll make money every month. No, I give you a system. The system is, look, Let me show you how to build out your A team. Matter of fact, here's who you need to have on your A team. As a matter of fact, here's how you vet out people who you need to have on your A team. As a matter of fact, here is my A team, so you can call them and ask them questions. Then let me show you how to find deals. As a matter of fact, let me show you how to evaluate the deals. On top of that, here are some of my deals that you can purchase. Oh, you need a bank to finance the deals? Here are my bankers. Here is my property management. You don't want to buy and invest in my market? Well, here is what you ask property managers when you're vetting them out. Here are the people you need to have on your team. You don't know what to ask questions for? Here's what you need to be looking for. Here's what you have to do when hiring a home inspector. Here's what you ask when you're calling insurance companies. Here's what you're asking when you're trying to refinance a property. See, I'm selling you a system. I didn't know none of this before, King Will. Appreciate that, John. See, I'm selling you a system. It's a plug and play system. I used to sell my credit repair business in a box system, and everybody who bought it is doing very well financially. Why? Because I sold you a system. Not just some bullshit letters that anybody can Google off the internet. Not just some, I not only showed you how to run a credit repair business, I showed you how to set up your CRM. I showed you how to build a mailing list. I showed you how to do business if the internet was to disappear. I showed you how to capture leads. I showed you how to set up your funnels. I showed you how to build your marketing campaign. I'm showing you a system. My business success software, which is my software where I help people who want to build out their business credit profile, but then also get capital. I have a system that as soon as you log on, you put your information in and it's going to spit out everything that you need to be bank compliant. And if you are not bank compliant, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get bank compliant. All of this is automated, and I white label all of these different things. So the difference between what we do versus what you go out there and invest in with some of these other programs is that I sell you a system. You don't ever have to guess with any of the programs that I offer. So going back to this individual that I heard the other day, brother is seriously teaching structural concepts to build a serious system or engage with him. Appreciate that. Yes. See, I'm trying to teach you guys, anybody can set up an LLC. I see way too many people celebrating the fact that they're getting LLCs, but the LLC means nothing if it's not making you any money. That's why you got everybody out here who's not filing taxes. And y'all think it's going to be sweet. Trust me, they didn't go and recruit 89,000 new IRS agents for nothing. They coming after y'all. Y'all better get right. Just like some people say they want to get right spiritually, you need to get right financially. I'm telling you. Y'all better quit buying into stuff. So I was listening to this podcast where this guy said, look, let me show you how to get money let me show you how to finesse the bank. You set up an LLC and then you go and get you get some credit cards. And then you take those credit cards and you just pull all the money off. And then you take all of the money from the credit cards and you invest it into a business. And then guess what? Yes, you're going to liquidate it. And then you invest into a business. And then you got 12 months to pay this money back. And all people heard was LLC, credit cards, money from the bank. But nobody is talking about debt servicing. Nobody is saying where do I park my money at? Nobody is teaching you guys what the minimum return on investment for every dollar spent should be. Nobody's teaching you guys the systems to even pay the money back. Oh, then he said, oh, yeah, your credit score is going to drop for 12 months, but that's okay because you got 12 months to make it back. That's the exact same thing the college recruiter tells you, that you got you got your entire working career to pay back this student loan debt. But meanwhile, nobody ever accomplishes it because nobody's selling you guys a system. Everybody's just selling you something. Everybody's selling something. Hey, buy my program. Buy my ebook, buy my podcast, buy this product, buy this lotion, buy this pill. But nobody is selling the system, which is why people keep getting jammed up. But this, see, so let me tell you what's different about what we do here. I teach you how to learn. What if the business doesn't generate income? That's the thing I'm trying to say, Northern Downpour. It doesn't matter if you pick the right business. There is no such thing as picking the right business without a system. It's franchises that fail every day. Real estate is the number one vehicle for generating wealth. But why is most people in real estate investing losing? Because they haven't invested into a system to teach them how to properly invest in real estate. So picking the right business is irrelevant. Because now you have to determine why is this business succeeding and this one failing in the exact same space. So it has nothing to do with picking the right business. It has everything to do with understanding the systems in order for that business to be profitable. That's the difference. Because again, if real estate is the number one plan that 90+% of successful businessmen and women have, why are so many people failing in real estate? Because there's no system put in place. I saw you at the fight. I was front row. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you. Do you still sell the credit repair business in a box? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And you have to qualify for that too, because it's not cheap. Well, it really is cheap compared to, but yeah. And so the thing that separates, so going back to when somebody said, what if you better pick the right business? If you don't know anything about anything, how do you determine what the right business is? Because here's the thing. I'm going to mess y'all up with this one. Does your REI90 system discuss how to invest in CRE? Not sure what CRE means. Because here's the thing. We only focus in the REI90. We only focus on buying and holding. I only teach the wealth building side of real estate, because a lot of these flippers are about to be jammed up. Ask the average person who did a lot of flipping, have they filed their taxes? Most of them are no, because they spent the money. Commercial. Oh yeah. We do commercial real estate. Yeah. The concepts are the same. All you have to know how to do is evaluate deals. And that's the thing I try to educate people on. Commercial real estate and residential real estate, the concept are the same. You just have to know how to evaluate the deals. And we have all of the tables to do so. So there's really no difference. So learning means getting new information or understanding something better. So people are jumping into business and they have no type of concept of how to run a business. Or people have no idea about the cost of money. People have no idea that you're not gonna make money immediately. People have no idea that, yes, you're gonna have to spend money before you see a return on investment. If your website sucks, you may have to upgrade your website. Do you have a back end? Do you have a front end? Do you have processes and do you have all of these things in place? But see, the only way people learn is from studying. But people don't know how to study. That is because school has conditioned you for studying means memorizing information. Do you still have one package where you show a person everything? Not sure what that means, Vontae Green, but yes, just call our office. You can text REI90 to get more information by texting 702-805-3175. text REI90 to 508. Y'all got to forgive me. 702-508-3175. REI90 to 702-508-3175. You're welcome, Vontae. See, people don't know how to study. But let me tell you how you learn how to learn. By studying. But the way you study is by asking questions. Asking questions. So when you guys come on here and ask questions, I love that. Because that lets me know that you are studying this data that I'm sharing with you. That's the only way you can learn. Studying is consistent of asking questions. See, successful people study information in order to use it. So now once you ask the questions while you're studying, because now you're learning how to learn, now you have to go out there and actually use it. It's actually 702-508. 508. I gave the wrong number. 702-508-3175. I apologize. You have to actually use it. And so the best way to study is you get information. You see how to use it, and then you use it. You get information, you see how to use it, and then you use it. So this is one of the biggest things that I see what happens with a lot of people. People will go and get all of this information. And then when they hear it's going to cost them some more money to get to the next level, guess what they'll do? They'll go try to find somebody else who's selling comparable information for cheaper when they haven't even executed on the first initial information that they got in order to even learn to get to the next level. Does the management company pay the mortgage loan for purchasing the property along with their fee? Not sure what you mean by that, Clyde. Does the management company, but typically you pay your own mortgage unless you work that out with the management company. I'm assuming you're talking about real estate. And that's actually, if you're asking the question I think you're asking, let me answer it like this. A lot of people will ask, well, what's the responsibility on the property manager paying your bills? This goes back to, are you financially and economically undisciplined? Are you economically undisciplined? See, everybody has these making 6 and 7 figure goals, but not willing to be disciplined enough to do what it takes to get there. This is actually applicable to any industry. I talk a lot about real estate because that is the vehicle where I've built a lot of my wealth at. That's the vehicle where I've helped a lot of people build a lot of their wealth. And right now, real estate is one of the best vehicles in wealth building right now. Stocks is down, crypto down, trucking down, like every industry is down. But the one thing that I know, no matter what the economic climate looks like, people need somewhere to live. Rents have never went down. So I like to hedge my money in places that I know that gives me a guaranteed return. And people say, well, you can't guarantee in real estate. Yes, you can. I can guarantee that somebody will always need somewhere to live. Now, I didn't say I can guarantee you're always going to make money, but you have to learn how to hedge your money in real estate. And if you have all of these questions, that's why you have to learn how to learn. These are the things I teach you in the system that I show you in my REI90 program. Can I apply this practice system to retail? Absolutely. Because I'm trying to teach you guys the concept of systems. See, once you understand that systems is an acronym that stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. But because you're not buying into a system, that's why you keep blowing your money. That's why you keep losing your money. That's why you keep failing. Because you're buying something that doesn't have a system in place. It doesn't have a system. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. All right, Brian Invest. I'm glad you are are vulnerable enough to share that. It has to be a reason why. But here's what I often find too. People are still trying to figure it out by themselves. We don't see the value in investing to learning how to learn so we can get better information. Coming on free lives and watching YouTubes every day doesn't always move the needle. Sometimes you have to go in and get the best of the best. So the management company does not pay your mortgage. They only manage the property. That's what it depends if you negotiate that with them, Clyde. You negotiate that with them. But why would you want them to do that? Remember, it's your business. You can definitely have them do that, but it's your business. But yes, you can have them do that. See, when you learn how to study, you speed up your results. When you learn how to study, you speed up your results. But some people are stuck because they aren't doing the necessary things. They're not putting to use. You have to even see what the information you got, whether it works or not. And then here's another thing. A lot of people are staying in things that aren't working out too damn long. See, you have to learn how to spot these things. So going back to when somebody said you have to learn what they say, you better pick the right business. That's irrelevant. You have to pick the right systems. It's not about the business. How do you explain someone who had a pet rock business make millions of dollars? How can some people have a t-shirt line business and make millions of dollars? How can some people have a sneaker reselling business make millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? What if you're too far in the game? You can't get a regular 9-to-5 now. Not sure what that means, Brian. Not sure what your level of sacrifice is. I know some people, they don't like to bruise their elbows in life. Often tell people, this shit may hurt a little bit trying to get to your dream. Yes, it may hurt. Your feelings may get hurt. You may have to cut out all of the extracurricular things you're doing. But some people aren't willing to go through the fire of canceling date nights or happy hour or brunches or vacations. Thank you for the badges, Tiffany Hill Esquire. My attorney bought me badges, which I'm sure is going to get invoiced right back to me on my next retainer bill. So thank you, Tiffany. You probably reminded me that the retainer is due. I got you. But no, thank you for the badges. When does the next class start? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Trying to do it by myself. Text REI90 to 702-508-3175. 702-508-3175. See, systems, learning how to study, all of that is what speed up your results. And see, even the system of where I teach you the 4-step methodology. See, I don't say these things just because I want to hear myself talk. I say these things because it works. Does the management company pay the mortgage loan for purchasing? Clyde, you need to just book a consultation, family. Because it sounds like there's a disconnect because I'm not sure like what it is you're trying to convey. Why would you want a property management company to pay your mortgage? Like, why is that? Is that a determining factor of you investing in real estate? And that's the thing I try to figure out sometimes. It's like we get so focused on things that doesn't move the needle. Whether they pay the mortgage or you pay the mortgage, it doesn't move the needle. The mortgage has to get paid. And that's the system I keep talking to you guys about. I've had people who have joined our program, and because they can't get funded today, they quit. Not knowing that, guess what? No matter where you go, you're not going to get funded. I don't care what so-and-so said on a program. If you got bad credit, all they're going to do is tell you to go get a net 30 account and set up some net 30 credit cards. It doesn't move the needle. You're not going to get into real estate. You're not going to leave your job. Like, if your credit is bad, nothing will change for your business. If your credit is bad, you will not get the hundreds of thousands of dollars from the bank that they promised you. So when people get upset and in arms because something isn't applicable to them today, it's nothing that's going to change in your financial spectrum until you make the change. Kyle said, not me. Went to class in July and finally started getting funding this year. What up, Kyle? John Malott, what up, man? Yo, my mentor, my good friend and my brother. A lot of you guys have heard me share my story about who trained me. And the thing I want to tell y'all, and I know John and his team was going to be out here in Las Vegas March 18th, which I am buying 5 additional tickets that I'm going to give away for people who want to come to this dope event in the lineup he has. See, I came from a different era. A lot of the stuff that people have when it comes to excuses and wanting to get to the next level, John wouldn't even allow me to come up with those excuses. It's something called accountability. When I told him I wanted to be able to make 7 figures a year, when I told him I wanted to retire my mom's, when I told him I wanted to live this life, when I told him I wanted to have all these dreams and aspirations, but I had a beer budget, he said, go out there and figure the shit out. He wasn't with all this soft cupcake, like, oh, it's going to be okay, kumbaya stuff. We didn't play that back then. We came from a different era where we told each other the truth. See, he didn't tell me what I wanted to hear so I can keep paying him. See, that's what's happening with a lot of y'all. You got coaches telling you what you want to hear so you can keep coming back, which is why you keep getting spun like a hamster on a wheel and not getting anywhere. See, I'm going to tell you the truth. And yes, it will hurt. Just like a pinch. But just like a pinch, the pain is temporary, and you have to be willing to feel that pain temporary to come out on the other side. And this is why I say when it comes to no wishbone, all backbone, absolutely. And that's why I say the thing that John taught me, and which is what I teach a lot of my mentees, that coaching and mentorship is for 4 things. It wasn't John's responsibility for me to make 7 figures. It wasn't John's responsibility for me to become successful. As a matter of fact, when I don't even know if you remember this story. When he loaned me $500 to come to Las Vegas, he said, look, I'm not financing your lifestyle, but I'll give you a jump start to the springboard. Not even a springboard to the to life. He said, I'll give you a push to help you with the running start to the springboard so you can. And I had to figure everything else out. But I had to do the work. Only thing he could do was give me the education. He taught me how to learn. Okay? So a coach and a mentor, they educate you. 2, he helped me to mitigate my risk. See, I teach my mentees how to mitigate your risk. This is why I say in my REI90 program, I teach you a system. Shout out to Eric Gowie, who just got approved for $107,000 of funding. Shout out, Eric. He taught me how to mitigate my risk. Then he taught me personal development. See, a lot of people will never get to the next level because they're still trying to portray this image to the people who they don't want to leave behind, our day ones. But no, you have to be willing to become. See, I was willing to become. I teach my mentees how to become. See, you have to walk into greatness. You have to become great. You have to become a leader. You have to become economically disciplined. This is all part of personal development. See, most of you businesses don't grow because you haven't grown. Why would I want to do business with somebody who isn't a nice person? Like you have to become something in order for people to want to exchange their money with you. Now students have surpassed the teacher. Proud of you, my brother. Man, John, no, bro. I tell everybody, man, you changed my life. And all I want to do is to continue to pass that on. This man changed my life. Education, mitigating my risk, personal development, and then accountability. And I told him that I don't know if I can make it. I told him I had a bowling tournament coming up. I came up with all of these. I was making up excuses because one, I felt I couldn't afford it to get to Chicago. And he said, Will, you can't afford not to be there. See, I tell so many of my clients and mentees, stop letting your circumstances dictate your future. You know how to afford them Future tickets when he was on tour. You know how to afford those Beyonce tickets. You know how to afford to go to Cancun and Tulum and all of these other retreats. You know how to afford to get to happy hour and brunch. And he said, Will, first of all, I never met a millionaire with a high bowling average. He said, I've never met a millionaire with a high bowling average. But then he said, Will, you can make money or excuses, but you can't do both. Hit me like a ton of bricks, like a gut shot. Because he said, Will, you told me all of these things you wanted to accomplish. It's not my job to get you there. I'm just here to educate you, mitigate your risks, help you learn, personally develop yourself, and hold you accountable. I'll see you there Saturday. Oh, I had. Car was smoking the whole time there, but I got there. And that was the pain. That was the temporary pain I was willing to endure to be able to live a life of freedom today. See, I tell people, I don't chase money. I chase peace and freedom. I was willing to endure that temporary pain. Some of you guys don't want to endure no temporary pain. But because you've been in pain and in financial bondage so long, you don't even know you're already in pain. You've just gotten used to it. You've just gotten used to it. Let me tell you how much you've gotten used to economic pain. Okay? Let me tell you. This is why I teach systems. All right? Somebody keep asking me. I was thinking about joining REI90 and someone told me it was a joke online. What you could say to someone that is skeptical about joining. I tell you to check my stats. My job is not to convince you. My job is not to convince you. It's too many people in these chats and these lives that's had success. If you need convincing, that's you trying to decide if you're confident enough to put the work in. If I was putting out a bad product, it would be all over the internet. Bad news travels faster than good news. But see, I've also learned that people will test you because of their own inabilities. People will test you because they don't have they don't value their confidence. People will test you because they're not in position. And I'm not talking about you in particularly, but I'm telling you, this is what people do. Anybody who's ever been to any event I've ever spoken at, I don't do a pitch fest from the stage. I give you information and let you make the decision. Because I'm straight. Money. I've taught tens of thousands of people how to change their life. I'm a 2-time best-selling author. I'm a TEDx speaker. Like the social proof is there. Documentation beats conversation. Like, I don't have to sell myself. This is why I interview people for me to work with them. People aren't interviewing me. I'm interviewing them because I get to pick and choose who I want to work with. Matter of fact, I've given people their money back because I don't want the headache. I'm just worried about my literacy with numbers. I'm horrible at math. This is 5th grade math, family. So you just proved my point. Your reasoning on you being hesitant is you. And that's something I can't fix. That's something I can't fix. Let me give you all some numbers of people being economically undisciplined. In 2019, the average car payment was $32,000. Okay? In 2019, the average car payment was $32,000, which the average monthly payment on that was $570 a month at 60 months at 3% interest. Today, 2023, the average car payment is $918 at an average of 6%. This is somebody who has good credit. And the average purchase price in 2019 was $32,000 for a vehicle. The average purchase price for a vehicle today is $46,000. So when we look at that, and nowadays people are extending their car payments out to 108 months, 120 months, which means you're paying more in interest. We've seen a 36% increase in auto loan payments. A 36% increase in auto loan payments. This is why we're stuck financially and we don't have any additional income coming in. We have no additional income coming in. I ain't paying for nothing unless it's OPM. Absolutely. Let's look at mortgage payments. In 2019, the average mortgage payment was $1,465. See you in Vegas, John, man. I'm excited, bro. Hey, we got to do something together too, man. Again, I appreciate you. In 2019, the average mortgage payment was $1,465 at the average purchase price of $297,000. This is like the average nationally. Okay. In 2023, the average mortgage is $2,700. $2,700 at being the average purchase price of $392,000. Mortgage payments have increased by 46%. But now check this out. Check this out. This one's going to blow your mind. In 2019, the average household income was $68,703. That's the average household, meaning potentially two incomes. Sometimes three people are working in a house, but the average household income nationally was in 2019, $68,703. And y'all already know, I taught y'all the difference between your gross and net. Most people, y'all keep trying to live off of your gross income, but you really live off of your net. Okay. In 2023, the average household income is $80,440. $80,440. That's only a 14% increase in wages. So now, if the average mortgage has increased by 24%, the average auto loan has increased by 36%, but the average income has only increased at 14%. That is not including the cost of gas and other goods and services. So how are we surviving without new information? How are we surviving without learning how to create passive income? Everybody type in the chat, passive income. Passive income. It's like passive income is no longer a luxury. You have to figure out how to generate passive income. This is why I love real estate, because real estate allows you to generate passive income. Real estate is one of the easiest entry points into learning how to create passive income outside of setting up systems that allow you to generate additional income. So if you have what they call on the internet now, your side hustle, whether it's a business, whether it's an e-commerce store, you have to have a system in order for that side hustle to make money. The beautiful thing about real estate is that when you learn how to create a real estate system which is what I teach you in my REI90 program. You create passive income, which is allowing you to make money without you having to be there. See, the reason so many people feel stuck in their business is because they're too busy doing everything. If you working 40 hours and then you got home and you got to take care of your boo, your bae, your honey, or whoever you call them. If you working 40 hours and you got kids, you got to cook dinner. You got to entertain your spouse. You got to go to church. You got to do all of these things. How in the hell are you going to learn how to run a business? What ends up happening is you just keep buying courses thinking your situation is going to change. But it never does. It never does, because you're not buying into a system. The reason people join network marketing a lot of the times is because network marketing sells you a system. The reason people buy franchises is because franchises, they sell you a system. The reason people invest in my REI90 program and what's your name? Switch Lightfoot G, whatever. I can't read the whole name. Learning the math is the easy part. That's why you have calculators. This shit is 5th grade math, y'all. Because I sell you and teach you a system. And as Mo Cheese 86 says, increasing your net worth is a process. But that's the process people scared to go through. Y'all want to know what blows my mind? And I'm going to wrap up because I'm going to get to the gym. I went to the gym this morning, but I didn't get to get in a sauna. So I got to go back. Here's the thing that blows my mind. We'll chase everything else in life. I know some brothers who's been chasing after a certain somebody for years. She's been telling him no forever, but will go through that pain and that rejection forever. But not willing to get their hands dirty to try to chase their dreams, to change their situation. Bruh, she don't want you. But maybe if you would become what she's looking for, that's how you get her attention. I often said I would never do a talk about relationships on here, but it seems like you got to tell people, look, you want to find that area, get your stuff together. To my fellas, I can't speak for the women. I can only speak for the fellas. So when it comes to being economically undisciplined, we got to do better. We have to buy into systems. If you bad with money, find a system that'll teach you. You bad with real estate, like find the systems that will teach you this stuff. What are your thoughts on a recession impacting the real estate market? Be in a relationship with yourself. Absolutely. So the kid 1987, when people ask me what is my thoughts on the recession in the real estate market, let me explain something to y'all. When we look at historically real estate, okay, from the last recession, the only people who got impacted negatively were people who overpaid for real estate. Let me say that again. The people who were impacted in 2006, 2007 were impacted because they overpaid for real estate. But then guess what? More people became extremely financially successful and wealthy because of that recession. Why? Because things went on sale. Let me give y'all a little bit of news. Some of y'all need to stay off the internet and stay off these podcasts and stop watching the news, because these recession headlines are scaring y'all to even more financial ruin. What you need to do is you just need to be focused on what your financial situation look like. Because for one, most people been living in a recession all their life anyway. So what does this glooming recession, like, it doesn't even impact you because you've been living in poverty anyway. Let's learn a new skill set so no matter what happens to the economy, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And this is what I'm trying to teach people. This is why I say we got to change our mindset. Most people have been living in financial bondage and financial trauma for so long. You've been in a recession since you were 18 years old. And I'm not saying that trying to like be facetious. What I'm saying is that sometimes we get so fearful. And this is what they do. They inject fear mongering into you. Meanwhile, they're taking advantage of your fear. Which is why so many people have monetized off of our trauma. Nikki, what's going on? I'll be looking for my call back too, Nikki. But thank you for the badges. So we gotta stop. So we gotta stop focusing on all of this other stuff and focus on what our own economic report card looks like. Which is why I opened up the title of this live today. Are you personally economically undisciplined? And for most of you, the answer is yes. Will there be so many pages pretending to be you? Trust me, I know. And we've been going back and forth with Instagram. Our attorney done sent them 1 million letters, but we working on it. Just know I only got one page, y'all. Only have one page. We need to focus on our own economic report card. Do you even pay your bills on time? We shouldn't be worrying about a recession if we ain't paying our bills on time. And if you're not paying your bills on time, where can you cut the fat at? Where can you start selling some things? Are you overspending? Are your interest rates too high on the things you do own? Are you taking too many vacations? Are you taking too many trips? What's your latte factor look like? For those who understand, are you buying too much Starbucks? Do you need to make additional income? If you got a car, you should never be low on money. Go drive Uber, Postmates, do all of them. Do all of them. So instead of asking about what the economic what do I think about the recession, you don't want to know my answer, because my answer would actually offend someone who is not in position. My response when people ask me about the recession is that I'm looking to buy stuff on sale. But for somebody who's not in position, that would offend them, which is why I'm trying to teach you guys how to create systems to be in position. Do you recommend getting a real estate license before investing in real estate? A real estate license and investing are two different things. If you want to learn how to invest, learn how to invest. If you want to sell homes, go get a license. It's sad I like to buy too many legal firearms. I appreciate your honesty. But then maybe you need to start a business teaching people how to buy firearms. A lot of people don't know how to buy firearms. That might be a business. Just cut me in. just don't forget about me when you get that first check. So we have to learn how to create passive income, but most of us will never learn because we don't know how to learn. Learning is a taught skill set, but because you keep buying courses, you think you're going to course yourself to prosperity. No, you actually have to go out there and implement it. Can you imagine going to hire a personal trainer and getting mad when your trainer tell you gotta go into a caloric deficit, eat more protein, eat more fiber, eat less carbs and sugar, and work out, and you get mad and say he or she is a scam? So then you go get another personal trainer who gonna tell you the same thing. But then this is what happens. See, I be cracking myself up because all of these people were me at one point. That's why I laugh. I was once all of these people that I talk about. But see, here's what happened. What people are doing is you're continually going out there investing in things and in people who are willing to lie to you. Let me say that again. You're going out there jumping from program to program, coach to coach, mentor to mentor, going from workshop to workshop, from conference to conference, because you're looking for someone to lie to you and tell you it's going to be okay. You're looking for someone to lie to you and tell you you can go and get business credit with having bad credit. You're looking for someone to lie to you, telling you that you can buy all of these real estate properties and know nothing about how to evaluate deals. You're looking for somebody to lie to you and telling you that flipping real estate is easy. You're looking for somebody to lie to you and tell you that it's not going to be any pain, that it's not going to be any upsets, that you may not lose friends, that your parents may turn their back on you. You may be sleeping with the enemy. You're looking for somebody to tell you that all of the shit you need to rid is going to be okay. No, it's not. It's not going to be okay. It will eventually be okay. But the shit that you are looking for someone to tell you just so you feel comfortable enough to continue to sit into the detriment of disappointment that you've been so accustomed to. It's like people are looking for people to co-sign their disappointment. People are looking for people to co-sign their mediocrity. People are looking for people to co-sign them being lazy and telling you it's going to be okay. It's not. Especially when you run the numbers of what your income looks like and what you need to be in position to do in order for you to live the life you promised yourself you wanted to live. You didn't. It's not me you need to be trying to impress. It's not the internet you need to be trying to impress, because when you close your eyes at night, you know what your stuff looks like. You know when your account is overdrawn. You know when that car note is behind on payments. You know when you don't have a retirement plan in place. You know when you one paycheck away from divorce. Only you know that. Only you know that. And I don't care how much perfume and cologne and designer clothes you put on. When you lay down at night, you know it still hurts. So why not put that pain and turn it into power for you to go out there and do what you have to do to get to the next level and stop playing with yourself? I'm going to end with this, y'all. So this past weekend, I did the Day with Will. I did a giveaway, and a lot of people, I don't know if y'all thought I was playing or what, but I actually did a giveaway where someone had an opportunity to get to spend an entire day with me and my team. They got to come out to Vegas, and we had like a 3-hour mastermind, where I specifically went over their business, gave them some strategy, gave them some concepts, gave them some systems to plug into. Then we went to lunch. We went to lunch, and then after that, I took them to the UFC fight. We had floor seats, so I didn't put them up in the rafters. I put them on the floor with me and my team. And one of the things she said, Will, this experience was not only what I needed, but you tell me the truth. And I wanted her to elaborate on that. And she said, you tell me the truth because I've been investing in so many programs where they just told me what I wanted to hear. And you tell me the truth. And I said, do you want to know why I do that? And I said, when these people are out here lying to you, that is because that is the hustle they have to sell you to continue to come back. It's the equivalent of selling you the prescription to making sure that you stay financially sick. So you have to keep coming back, and you get so codependent on the feeling that they give you of making you feel good, even though you are in financial ruin. But see, I'm going to tell you the truth because I want you to come back and say hello, but my goal is for you to be equipped so you can now go out there and live. My goal is not to keep you as a lifetime mentee. Well, you're still a mentee, but it's not for me. It's not for you to be a lifetime payer of being a mentee of mine. I want you to change your family financial situation. I want you to get out of financial ruin. I want you to be able to spend time with your kids and your grandkids and your spouse and take trips. I don't want you to have to keep coming back with me still nursing that same wound. I want you to go out there and get better. That's why I tell you the truth. So for those who question what's the difference in my programs, that's what the difference is. I give you the information so you don't have to come back and keep paying me if you don't want to. I was in a master class and literally all she said was get your credit good and you can go get over $1 million in credit cards in years. That's it. I logged off immediately. I'm telling you, that's the norm. They don't know what else to tell you. They probably bought my program and told, well, they didn't buy it. They probably watched one of my YouTubes and that's all they had to give you. So be careful. And like I tell my team, be careful who you listen to. For those who know me, my focus in life is peace. I chase after peace and freedom. And I experience it. And I want you to experience it too. Let's no longer go into the rest of this year thinking we have to become what our circumstances told us who we are today. You can change that. I can just give you the education. I can help you mitigate your risk. I can help you to understand your personal development journey, and I can hold you accountable. But you, each one of you, and yous, you have to be willing to put the work in. Yes, that shit gonna hurt a little bit. But just like a pinch, everybody pinch themselves. And if you notice, the pain is temporary. And that's how life is when you're willing to go through the necessary things you have to do to move the needle. The pain from the pinch is so temporary that by the time you've removed your finger, you've no longer remembered what that pain even feels like. But the one thing you will know is that you no longer want to feel that pain. So you're willing to continue to move the needle as you should want to, so you no longer have to go back to that. Text REI90 to 702-508-3175. Do you have to move the needle merch? Do you have moved? Not yet, Ricky, the CEO. My team is working on that though. I know y'all like that line. My attorney working on the trademark already. She on here. So if anybody get that, Tiffany, let's send the cease and desist real quick. It's a couple people who've been using Credit is King who about to get some letters. Y'all know your boy got it trademarked. I'm about to start sending them letters out. I told my attorney I'm suing everybody this year. You use credit is king. If you use the word will, even though that's a common word in the lexicon, I'm sending a cease and desist. You know what I'm saying? But no, real talk, y'all. For more information, text REI90 to 702-508-3175. Text REI90 to 702-508-3175. And as always, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all keep going out there, chasing your dreams, chasing peace, chasing freedom, and the bag will come. I'm telling you, the bag gonna come so fast you ain't gonna even know. You like, it's gonna be such a new feeling, because now money come, money go. You get a tax refund, it's gone. You get extra money on your paycheck, is gone. But now, in doing things with your family, when you're able to start really digging yourself out of debt, I'm telling you, the air is so much cleaner. But just go through that little bitty pain in the front.